Welcome back to the Brew Crew podcast, everyone. This is episode 303. Do the Helen Keller and talk with your hips. You know that song?
No.
303. That's the name of the artist who sings it. Two rappers. Two white rappers. It's
Tone Loc.
No, they're called 303, and the song is called I'll think of it in a second. That's the name of the song. No, it's I can't remember. But Do the Helen Keller and Talk with Your Hips is part of the lyrics.
I love it.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great song. I'm surprised you haven't heard it.
An oldie but a goodie. Hey all, I'm Matt.
And I'm JT.
You may know us from the world famous Brew Crew podcast and our Facebook page.
Yeah. Well, today we are not here to talk about any of that. We are here to talk about shitty friends who leave the country.
Yeah, shitty friends who break your heart and run away without even a goodbye.
Well, Matt, do you know what goes great with shitty friends? No. And I find it very strange that you would say that. Hoarding Busch Light, so if they ever do decide to return, you can show them that you didn't even miss them because you had your whole Blue Reliable.
Old Blue Reliable.
I didn't realize that until I got through you got old Blue.
Old Blue.
Old Blue Reliable.
Wow, JT, I'm feeling better already. Eat shit, Stev, and thank the good Lord Jeebus for Busch Light.
Busch Light replaced friends since 1932.
Cheers to new relationships.
Boom.
That felt good.
New ad out. New old ad.
Listening.
Old Blue.
Old Blue.
Old Blue.
Hold
Love Old Blue.
That's the episode title, probably Hold Blue.
Hold Blue, for sure. Hold Blue is the episode title. Love it.
This is the last episode before the fourth annual Advent Calendar.
It's possibly the last episode before the Civil War, possibly, but definitely the last episode before the Advent Calendar.
There is concern. There are people coming down from Wisconsin. I'm like, you may just be, committing to a side.
I wonder if it's better
leave.
to come from Wisconsin or go to Wisconsin, just because Wisconsin being one of the swing states and Ohio no longer being a swing state. I wonder what matters. As far as like tension.
The official stance. We're gonna take an official stance. I just hope for peace. Whatever happens,
of course,
peace.
Like just hey,
like
if you're having trouble with your neighbor and because you disagree, crack a Busch Light.
Yeah, that should have been the commercial.
Should have been the commercial.
If I would have wrote one. Something. So yes, this Friday the Advent Calendar build goes on at 11 o'clock at the Barrel House in Dayton. You can use the Googles on that. It's like 332 or 223. It's one of those numbers. Google it. There'll be a sandwich board outside that probably welcomes you. And
Barrel House.
One of the prizes.
That's
going to be
Barrel House
available is these brand new hot off the presses.
Whoa.
Brew Crew Podcast Advent Calendar 2024. I'll just spit all over my computer.
That's quite amazing.
And a secret. I think JT, do I have your permission to give the secret?
Yeah.
If you ordered a calendar, you already get one.
You get one. Look at you guys.
One put in.
Koozies.
So look at that free koozies. That's for sure a free koozie. There's other prizes too. That's just the prizes. One that I want to whet the palate.
Other surprises, like me being there.
JT will be there.
I might stay longer.
He might stay when the first beer gets cracked. JT's running for the door.
I'm out. See ya.
The total beers, I can say this: 480 different beers.
Yeah.
Just going.
No, 480
beers.
24 different ones.
Maybe they'll be all different. Maybe I will.
That would be insane.
Should we tell Sarah?
Could you imagine?
We want them
480 different.
We want them all different, and then we're gonna rate them at the end. It's gonna be the battle of the calendars.
That would actually be quite epic. 500 beer review episode.
If you're one of the probably 870 people that are coming to this event, Sarah, our fine friends at the owner of the Barrel House, she wanted to remind people to wear pajamas if they wanted to. You can wear a leisure suit if you want to, but feel inclined. It's an official pajama party. I know my wife will not wear pajamas. I'm guessing Caterade will not wear pajamas.
I don't know. Probably not.
Could be a surprise. I will show up in sweats
Yoga
or
pants
something.
Seems like pajamas to me.
Yoga pants are.
Do women not consider those pajamas? Because they're pajamas.
I don't know if I don't know a woman that sleeps in yoga pants.
Oh, I don't know either.
But I don't sleep in sweats either. So
No, right.
that defeats that. I'm an idiot.
Who's wearing pants to bed? That's weird.
I've known some like really surly individuals, like real blue collar, like
Just wearing pants to bed.
just wearing jeans.
Jeans, that's different. They're
Like-
just falling asleep in their clothes.
Like old school jeans.
They're not putting jeans on to go
Oh
to
yeah,
bed.
no, they're
just-
like,
they got
I'm
them
getting
on
ready for
already.
bed.
Yeah.
Give me a pair of dungarees. But we have a
that's
bunch of other surprises. But I'm just gonna give you a couple of the surprises. But the koozies, one of them. PJs,
That was great. PJs.
480 beers, not different beers. That would be hilarious.
That would be awesome.
That's a
though.
good
I'm
idea.
starting to
We
think
should
about
do that.
480 different beers.
And you have to defend your own
Yeah.
in a
All of
vicious alley fight.
And someone's getting all California Commons.
Wow. Oh,
24.
I would quit drinking, which sounds like a good plan. Always on December 26th, because you can't stop.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Christmas. December
yeah,
26th is my first.
Well, I don't know if I drink on Christmas.
I definitely do.
I don't think I
There's family events going on
do. You need to take a nap, you know?
with jeans on.
With jeans on, of course.
Then maybe nap with jeans. That's going to be there too.
Yeah, nap with jeans. That's
Nap
a
with
good
jeans.
name.
That's all that I really have current. I'm sure there's something that people
Oh,
sent
there's
me
so
that I'm
much.
just ignoring.
Maybe. I don't know if people sent you stuff.
What? You're not tracking me anymore?
Yeah, I am actually, but I can't allude to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
These koozies are really nice.
Yeah, these koozies are nice. They're
I'm happy with
comfortable.
them.
They're very comfortable. Do I have any
They
beer
smell like
names?
rubber.
Oh, do they? No, they don't smell like rubber.
It smells like
They
rubber.
smell like koozies. Smells like a koozie. Well, that one has been used a lot.
None of these false on smelling like koozie, but you said you had some.
I'm just trying to think if I did. Oh shit! I forgot the beer that Mike gave me for you. Dang it! I knew I was gonna
Mike.
forget something. Running out of the house, the preacher.
Oh, preacher.
Yeah, preacher gave me a beer for you. Running out. I'll bring it.
Did he tell you the drummer story when I saw him?
He told me a drummer story. He told
When
me
I walked by
that
him-
you yelled that his band sucks.
No, I said his drummer sucks.
Oh, he did not
That's
say
what-
it that
that's what
way.
I
He
told
said
him.
the band sucks.
Oh, yeah.
And
I don't know the
echoed
band.
through the hallway.
I don't know that it. Oh yeah, I was very loud. That was accurate. I
Yeah.
didn't say band though. I said.
Well, he
"Your
didn't.
drummer
Maybe he
sucks."
didn't have the heart to tell me.
I bet he's so much of an affable dude.
Mhm.
I bet he didn't have the heart.
He didn't have the heart.
I don't know the band.
Yeah.
I know the
someday.
drummer though.
Someday.
I'm aware of the drummer.
Yeah, he's pretty good. Drummer's good.
Drummer sucks.
Well,
That's all I got.
Yeah,
That's it for episode 303.
that's it. No review today.
Well,
'cause
this
we got a
Bush
lot
Light is
coming.
obviously a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
I
All Bush Lights are.
I
Fives.
went and bought another 4-pack of that Bite of the Beast
Yeah.
that you gave a 5 to last week.
Yeah.
I gave one to Chuggalo. Pete loved it.
Yeah.
And he goes, "How did you not know that this was a chili pepper beer?" And I go, "I don't look at can art. That's JT's job. I look at types of beer." And it was barley wine.
It is a barley wine. I almost got a barley wine for this episode, but I didn't.
They're so
because
good.
of what I had a barley wine in hand, and then I found these two beers, which I'm excited about. So we'll just do it.
One's probably a
Let's fucking
non-alcoholic.
Both are non-alcoholic.
Another Abita.
Yeah. So and I knew what I shouldn't do so many of the same breweries so close together.
I did 3 Hoppin' Frogs in a row, but that's
Yeah.
turned out. Those were all
Those were great.
dynamite beers.
This is Abita Creamsicle IPA. You obviously know now why I bought it. I had the
'Cause it's an
barley
Abita
wine.
beer.
Yeah, I had the barley wine in my hands, and then I saw this Creamsicle IPA. So this
They
is
got
gonna
a-
be interesting.
Abita has a barley wine.
Yeah,
That would have
I'm
been
sure
the
they
biggest
do.
news. No, I thought you said you had an Abita barley wine.
Not
Or-
Abita.
I had a barley
I had
wine.
a barley wine in hand.
Space.
So I went to
New thought.
Yeah, well, comma,
Comma.
but
Ampersand.
I saw this beer and put that one back.
Quotation marks.
Yeah, quotation marks.
Okay.
And this one seemed much more interesting than the barley wine. Because it's a Creamsicle IPA. It's a new style that we haven't had.
All right.
We've had IPAs, we've had creamsicle beers.
I have the power.
But a Creamsicle IPA?
I've never had a cream beer with you.
Yeah, you have. Plenty.
Sounds made up.
Plenty of cream
There's
beers.
probably no history of that.
All right, I'm using your
Your bar.
annotated bottle opener.
Bar. Ready. You call it.
3, 2, 1. Perfect. This is
Satisfying.
Abita Creamsicle IPA. 7% limited series. And it is obviously a India Pale Ale. We have done an Abita recently because they are from Louisiana, and we mentioned that. And it is a nostalgic twist on a summer classic. Abita Creamsicle is a full-bodied, we'll be the judge of that, IPA with orange citrus flavors and hints of vanilla for subtle, sweet finish.
I use most of those words when I describe you to friends.
Holy shit. Yeah?
Yep, full-bodied.
Oh, I don't like that.
Sweet. And oh yeah.
And hints of vanilla?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like full-bodied.
I mean, I've often referred to you as a vanilla face, so.
Oh, that's good.
This is
an interesting beer. A lot of good.
Way more accurate than I was expecting.
Yeah, I would agree with you. So out of Louisiana.
It's better than Fluffernutter.
Yeah, Fluffernutter was a huge disappointment.
I gave, because Chuggalo Pete told me to buy those, I gave him, so he came over before, we had a pregame on Friday before we went to the pub, and responsibly, I had water, and he had juice. But I gave him 2 of those Fluffernutters back.
Nice.
Because they came in a 6-pack. I was like, you could just take... Because he loves them. Is it your job if you know that a beer for you is a 3 and it's a 5 to somebody else? Is that an easy punt for you?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, it's easy. I'm not
I left a couple in the fridge just for diversity.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm not going to enjoy those like you're going to enjoy it.
Sometimes it makes me question whether or not I was right about it the first time, though. Like, if someone's like, that's my favorite beer, and I didn't like it very much, I'm like, oh, maybe I need to give it a second shot.
Yep. I gave it a second shot yesterday with chili, and it was not good.
Okay.
I mean, it was
that beer.
It was a 3.
That beer I know for sure wasn't what we wanted.
Since we agree that if it's my favorite beer and it's not yours, you should give it to me. I would like a list down below of people that have 120 minute in their fridge. Chuggalos that have 120 minute because I want to come over. It's just to discuss things. Just to talk about whatever comes up. You know, there are things that could come up, you know. The football season.
I think it's hard for that to be a favorite.
Juan Soto. 120 minute?
Yeah. Like, if it's yours, that's great. I'm just saying, for me...
You're yucking my yum?
No, I'm not yucking you yum.
Yucking my yum?
If that's what you like, that's what you like. I'm trying to think, like, how could that be my favorite? I don't think it could. That's okay. I like it. I like what they're doing there.
Like, right now, I have an 18-pack of Cali Cream and I've been sitting on.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I got to get that. I'll give you some 120 minute for that. Cali Creamin's hard to come by.
So is 120 minute. Man, people don't want... I would pay a ridiculous amount for it.
Wow.
Like our friends at the Barrel House who have a keg of 2019 that they're tapping on the 16th of November.
Damn.
Ooh. Sorry, Stacy. A little came up on that one. They're cracking a keg of it. That's going to be delightful. I think I'm leaving the next day to deliver calendars very early. I think I'm still going to pop down there for one. I have to.
Yeah,
it's their anniversary.
You kind of do.
Right?
What day is that again?
Saturday. It's the Saturday.
This Saturday.
2 Saturdays after.
2 Saturdays. 2 Saturdays after. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's the 16th.
Next week.
I will probably... I'll be camping out.
That's a good idea.
I'll be camping out.
What time do they open on Saturdays?
I don't know.
Probably 11.
Probably 11. Hopefully 11.
You got to get some pizza ordered for that.
Yeah. Get some... Oh, yeah.
120 minutes is going to put you under the table.
No. They won't do growler fills, though.
No.
Not till Sunday. But they're going to blow that keg.
Yeah, that keg's gone.
Well, I told you that...
I mean, a lot of people don't know about it.
I told you they had 120 minute at the stadium. And...
At the Dragon Stadium?
Yeah, and Aaron went 4 or 5 weeks in a row, and they're like, yeah, no one's ordering it. Because they don't know.
Yeah, people don't know about it. I went to what's that place? Binny's in Chicago.
Yeah.
And someone was like, I'm here to get a gift, an IPA gift for an IPA lover. And the beer person was like, oh, well, I've got the perfect one. That's the perfect gift because beer connoisseurs know about this beer and they know what to do with it. And it was 120 minute. It was the only one they had left, and they didn't buy it. So I went and took it. I bought it.
Wild Ohio, they changed their name.
What is it now?
Stev told me. Stev, I do listen.
I might have
35% of the time when you talk.
I went to Belmont Party Supply. Did I mention that? For the first time in a long time.
I was just over by there. I was,
Yeah, you were.
But I didn't go to BPS
and stuff.
How was BPS?
It's good.
Still good.
They have a good selection, but not as good as Arrow. But they have liquor. Oh no, Arrow does too. Never mind. It's just not as good.
Where did they come? Wild Ohio. They changed their name probably because we drugged their name through the dirt.
Yeah. Our popularity is what did it for them.
I'm going to be very cautious now when I buy beers because it could be.
It could be a Wild Ohio.
It could be the Wild Ohio.
It's there to trick you.
It's gross.
It's there to trick you. Let's talk about this beer.
This beer is
Creamsicle IPA.
It's tough for knowing that you put down a barley wine made me sad, and it really put this beer.
But it wasn't a special. I don't think it was
behind
a special.
Really put this beer behind the 8 ball. Wow. I don't know when I look at cans, that multiple people have told me, "You idiot! How did you not know that Bite of the Beast, which I've bought more of, it wasn't a pepper beer?" And I was like, I didn't look at it. I just looked at style and grabbed it.
You know.
This, I can't be mad. Like.
You can't be mad.
This beer delivers. This shouldn't be limited series. This should be in rotation and available 7 months out of the year.
Yeah.
Because you're from Louisiana.
Nailed it.
Yeah, they did nail it. It tastes like the liquidized version of Werther's Original or whatever the Cream Lifesavers are.
Oh yeah.
That's this beer. With
Creamy
just
Lifesavers.
with like full bodied, no. But enough to... That's good, though. That's good for this beer, that it's not full-bodied. It's bad on the pitch. It's good because I don't feel overly aggressively... And I'm a Busch Light in. I don't feel... I could have multiples of these. And that sweetness doesn't rot my teeth out. Man, it is... And, like, Creamsicle is like, vanilla and orange, right?
Yeah.
The orange doesn't hinder it. It plays well.
It's either vanilla and orange or cream and orange.
Yep. Either or, it works.
It depends on what you're doing.
This is one of the best. Like, they wrote down the plan for this beer. They're like, hey, we're going to do a Creamsicle IPA. And they executed it. This wasn't like a happy mistake. It's like, oh, fuck, we're just going to, this was supposed to be something else. Man, it is tough to find. And it's orange. Like, I am gobsmacked. It's one or the other. You know what? I'm off the top rope. I'm giving it a 5. There's not. It's right up. Do I want this or Taco Party, which is the last orange beer I gave a 5.
Wow.
Obviously, I want this one.
Yeah.
But I can't fault that.
Interesting.
That's a sour. That's doing it something completely different. I think this exceeds in its category, and you would put because we've had other Creamsicle beers. This just happens to have an IPA, which is probably my favorite beer. If somebody twisted my arm, and it just delivers on it. It's just, it's the excellence of execution of beers in this genre. 5. There's no
5.
I can't.
Look at that.
5 off the top rope. 5.
Can't believe I did it. I brought a 5. Here's some can art for y'all.
Could you tell that's why I was vacillating between like a 4
and
7 5?
I couldn't.
I should have done. Well. Wow, this is amazing. Best thing I've ever had. I'm gonna JT it. 2.25.
From now on, when we drink a beer, we need to start reacting like its score is gonna be. We need to be like, oh yes, and freak out.
Yeah, like red line the mic.
Like a 5. Like, this is the best beer I've ever had. So like I get where like Dave Portnoy, who does the pizza reviews, he always says like you can't give a 10 because what happens when you have something that's better than that. But we give 5s all the time, and it's just because I disagree with Dave Portnoy in that when you get a beer that you can't do anything to make it better, that's where you're at. And maybe pizza's a little bit different because there's so much you can do to a pizza.
And our line has changed.
Yeah,
vastly. Like we're like, when we were bigger idiots than we are now, arguably, we'd be like, oh, this is what we would do to it.
Yeah.
But I've kind of backed off that a little personally. And we don't talk about it because, again,
No, we still do that.
This is still...
A 4.75 would elicit that comment.
Yeah.
Like, what would you do better? What would you do about this to make it better?
I'd make this beer 27%.
I'd make it a barley wine.
I'd make this beer...
And make it from a different brewer.
Embrace me warmly.
I'd make this a Hop and Frog barley wine. That's what I'd do. Creamsicle barley wine. That'd actually probably be pretty fucking awesome.
Could you do a creamsicle barley wine?
I bet you could if you're hopping front or you're a brewery that does barley wines well. You know who doesn't take risks like that? It is Anchorage. For all the credit that they get for making good beers that are not predictable, but along the lines of what's normal.
Yeah.
They don't do a lot of like outside the box.
It's hard to get oranges in Alaska. Every orange costs $87.
That's true. It's like avocados in Ohio.
Are avocados more than $1 in Ohio?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Pretty sure they're like $2.
$2? Oh my!
It's hard to get, man.
Call the cops.
There's a really great Freakonomics episode about blood avocados and how it's like a dangerous business in Mexico. It's like blood diamonds.
Yeah. So
not literally blood avocados.
You go to deployed locations and they just have a pyramid of avocados. So people take like 5-6 of them and then just go age them in their room.
Oh hell yeah!
You know, because they're not ripe.
I've been to plenty of deployed locations. Never seen an avocado.
That and Pop-Tarts. Just
I don't know if I've seen
thousands of Pop-Tarts, thousands of avocados.
I just gotta think back. I don't remember. Like Rippets, obviously, we would hoard the shit out of those.
Yep.
What else is there? I don't know.
Yeah, muscle milk, Core Power.
Yeah, we didn't get muscle milk either. Man,
that was a Navy base too. Sorry, Stacy. That was a Navy base where I had muscle milk and Core
Maybe
Power.
It's more of a new thing.
Well, you served during the first Bush administration.
The first Bush, yeah.
Bush 1.
Yeah. I did overlap 2 presidencies, Bush 2 and Obama, but there was no muscle milk for free. That must have been a Trump thing.
Yeah, but I thought I saw pictures of you with Bush 1.
I've never met Bush 1 or Bush 2. I wish. I want to meet a president, no matter what party they're in.
I've met multiple.
I always had a rule: I'll never turn down an invite from a president.
I was in the truck when the staircase truck to drive up to Air Force One once. I met George W. twice. I met President Obama once. I've met Condoleezza a couple of times when I was enlisted.
Not a president.
But it's up cabinet members.
Yeah.
Colin Powell I met once.
That's true. Yeah, no, I haven't met any of those people. I should have, but I didn't.
Vince McMahon, that's the one that's been most of the people I've met before, and I've just been in awe and like brought me to Vince McMahon. And then get out of here with the recent events, whatever. I still have a poster of him up, like what he meant to me.
Yeah,
I'm not excusing him.
It's okay.
Shit, but this beer, wow,
you can separate it.
I can separate it.
So can art is it is what it is. It's like the baseball jersey creamsicle written there. It's got like the cool like line underneath it.
It's like the Savannah Bananas.
Like the Savannah Bananas, but creamsicle. And then it's got like an orange drip kind of thing going on. Like it was like as if you had just gotten an orange cream ice cream from Dairy Queen or whatever. And it was just like dripping over the side of the cup. Yeah, that's can art. It's really nothing special, but...
That's probably your best can art boner segment ever.
Oh, really? No, highly doubt that.
Top 300.
I've had some very good...
I'd say top 300. Ever?
Picturesque. Ever?
Top 300.
I would... if you have a memorable can art, I would love to know what is my best can art ever. There's been some good ones.
Chuggalo Mom needs to chime in on this.
There's been some good ones. There was some ones where I was really articulate about the...
like this one.
Not this one.
Okay, so it's hard to exceed perfection, so they matched the intensity.
I don't think this one was very good at all.
And the palpability.
I think we're overselling it.
I'm definitely not. Maybe you
There's
are.
no way this was a good can art segment.
It's a good one.
0% chance this was a good
humble folks. That's another word.
Just not a good can art segment at all. There just wasn't anything to talk about. What about, let's see.
Words that...
What are some of the best can art segments we've
JT.
had? There's been some can art segments where we've gone off.
Words?
For an hour, we'll talk about something else.
Very citrusy. And a subtle. Yeah, you're subtle. And he's a vanilla face. So.
Nosferatu, remember that?
Yeah.
That had the devil on it. Got it at Trader Joe's.
Mid for you.
That was mid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Nightmare beers.
The Nightmare beers are always excellent.
Bamboo Torture.
Just such great can art.
That was an okay one.
I even looked up the Chelsea Grin or Chelsea Smile, whichever the beer's name was for the Nightmare beer, just to make sure I had it all. I don't want to be wrong or look stupid.
Yeah. I wish I could do like a blank can or there's like I wish I could.
There's
like,
been
that was your
times
best
we've
one.
just skipped the can art. There's times we skip it.
Never when I've been involved.
Yeah.
It's a
Tons
core,
of times actually.
core part
we just don't even do it.
Core part of our gimmick.
It is a core part of our gimmick. Sometimes it's not worth it.
If you come on Friday, I promise you, JT will do a can art boner segment for all 480 beers.
Individually.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even the bottles.
Actually,
even
I'm
the
going to
shorties.
do one can art bonus segment just to how the scene looks.
Yeah.
Seeing 20 cases of beer.
I do have a good picture of you going like this from a couple years ago. People are a fan of that one. I've passed my phone
Of that picture?
around. Yep.
Why are they a fan of that picture?
They're like, what is he thinking about? Like, it leaves a lot of like open to interpret.
I'll tell you what
Why
I'm
is he
thinking
not
about.
looking at the
Probably
calendar?
someone's taking my picture. That's what's on my mind.
Yeah. Are my underwear
I'm aware of
clean?
the times people take my picture. Because I don't like my picture being taken. There was a time where I just didn't ever want my picture to be taken. And I realized, someone's going to want to see that sometime.
Did the prison stint
Maybe my
change
kids
you
won't
when
wanna
you had to
see
do
me
your like mugshot?
after
Did that
I
change?
die.
That change it?
That
Like,
changed
you're
it.
like, I'm okay with the picture now.
I was like, I don't want this. It was the
When you
years
got arrested
I spent
for
where they said
jaywalking.
it was the years of my life that I spent where they tell you to be as like inconspicuous as possible.
Yeah.
And I took it to the extreme. And then China hacked OPM, and I was like, what the fuck have I been so secure about all this time? They've got everything.
They got everything. They got space.
What the fuck, I tried so hard.
What?
I got so far. But in the end, it didn't even matter.
What?
Are we going to get DCMA'd for that?
Very close.
Sleep Token is going on tour with Linkin Park, by the way, which I actually think is not a good match. But who am I?
I'm not as familiar with their whole discography as Linkin Park.
I wasn't sure if you'd gotten into them or not. Anyway, this beer is... This beer's a 5.
It's good pod when we drink at the same time. I love every time we do it.
It happens. What do you think? The solo reviewers do that.
Never. I keep talking.
Of course, the solo reviewer, not us, not our solo thing. Just the people who do solo. Our competitors.
I do a lot of solo. Is that what we're talking about?
I don't know.
Our solo times?
Your time alone?
Yeah. No, solo times. That's why I refer to it. Like, hey, I just need to go solo.
I believe it was Fall Out Boy who said we could be alone together. I don't know what that lyric means, but they had a lot of weird lyrics.
That sounds like a dead body thing. Like, I'm going to kill you, and then we
I
can be
don't
alone
really know
together.
what that means. They also talked about, like, God complexes and stuff. This beer's a 5.0. It's
our first dual 5
honestly, what helps this beer is that when you think about a Creamsicle IPA, I'm thinking it's going to be way worse than this. Like, the bitterness is going to come through way more.
Unexpected.
And the Creamsicle was going to be super muted. Much like the Fluffer Nutter, where it was like, we're going to use the malts to pretend like this has peanut butter in it. It has notes of, as they say. Which is bullshit. This actually has orange and vanilla in it.
We're often...
You can taste it, and it has the IPA in it.
We're often quoted as saying it's tough. It's going to be tough to get a 5 IPA. I know we've said it within the last 3 episodes.
Totally.
And look...
But the gimmick is what does... It would be hard to get a 5 straight-up IPA. This proves that you can get a 5 as an IPA.
Yeah. If you
gotta
see
throw
this...
a gimmick in there.
And as JT points out, Abita is nationally available.
Oh, yeah.
Get this beer.
Get this beer. It's limited series. You don't want to miss this beer. It's very good. If you like Creamsicle flavored stuff, this is
it's like
top of the charts.
It's like Cher's retirement tour in 2002. That was like the must-see ticket. She's never going to make music again.
She probably didn't after that. 2002 was probably it.
She's had 4 albums after that.
No way.
Look it up. Google it.
Man, those were the days. 2002, that was like the height of pop music. We had TRL.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was a junior in 2002. And a senior.
So old.
Yeah,
I was graduated.
There's a movie that just came out on Netflix that I can't remember the name of. It doesn't even matter because it's probably terrible.
It's
a
great
horror
story.
movie, but it takes place. It's a time travel movie where the main character goes back to 2003 when apparently their parents were in high school, which makes sense. That's the year I graduated. And the scene that they show, like in the trailer, is just not good at all. I mean, people are standing around the hallways with like Discmen, And the headphones in. Like, people didn't do that. She just didn't have your headphones in the hallway. First of all, they were like, no, you can't do that. And people didn't just carry around Discman like they were smartphones. So, like, whoever wrote this movie forgot what life was like back then. And there's actually people in the hallway with their Discman, and they're, like, looking down at it. Like, what are you staring at?
What was
like, we had Discman.
What was the media? There was multiple people that had...
We had iPods back then.
No.
Zunes?
Not Zunes. Nope. Those didn't come out until 2006. 5 or 6.
Really?
Yeah. They weren't in high school.
Huh.
It was the...
Well,
it was like the little cube of data. It was...
Cube of data?
Yeah. It was a flat... Was it? It's not a
like
mini.
The iPod Nano?
I don't think it was the mini disc.
The little square was the iPod Nano.
No.
Oh, the mini disc? Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Mini disc, that was big. My junior and senior year, people
those.
had that. Well, but like Laser disc and Betamax or whatever, it was fringe. It was very expensive.
We had cassette Walkmans. That was the original Walkman. And then it skipped straight. Like, all that stuff in the middle was like testing.
Yeah.
And then it finally landed on the CD Walkman, which had skip protection.
You gotta have DSP on.
Gotta have DSP on, and it never worked. It was bullshit. And so it's just like, no one had that shit like in the hallways at school.
I apologize.
It
The
was ridiculous.
iPod, it was after I graduated high school. That's why I didn't see it. It was November of 2001.
The iPod, for sure. I mean, I would have argued that because I had friends who had iPods when I was in high school. We were talking about the Zune.
Oh, yeah. The Zune. I still miss my Zune.
Yeah, so you totally strike me as a Zune
I did. I had it. One was stolen from my vehicle when I left my vehicle unlocked. There was no damage. And the other one, when I traded in Gracie in 2020, I left it in there, and I went back to the dealership, and they said it was gone.
So back in the aughts, there was the Apple commercial that had the guy from Dodgeball, the dorky guy, and the other guy with the glasses who were like, I'm a Mac, I'm a PC.
Yeah, Justin Long and
John Hodgman, I believe.
Yeah, he's the comedian.
Yeah,
Zune was 2006.
Oh, 6. Wow, I feel like it was so
when
much
I was
earlier.
working at the Best Buy.
So I hated Apple all the way up until the iPhone 3 came out. And it was because of those commercials. But I did have an iPod because when I joined the Navy, I wanted to bring my music with me.
Yep. iPods
and
are
Zune
no longer...
really wasn't on my radar.
iPods are no longer allowed in the building, so now I'm Apple-less. I still have them, but I don't use them now.
Yeah. How do you listen to music?
YouTube.
So they allow YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, because there was a time when they were blocking that.
Oh, yeah, that's all unblocked now.
Well, that's good, because that's bullshit. Like, they're just getting crazy. But yeah, so I had an iPod, and then the iPhone came out, and Gatorade bought me one as a gift, an iPod, or an iPhone 3. I changed everything. I was like, whoa, Apple's like legit.
Yep.
But I hated them for a while.
Legit suck.
Like, a lot of people, I don't really know where the hate came from. I know a lot of people hate it. A lot of people hate it.
I like being able to...
It's a very polarizing topic.
Adjust my... Like, Apple, they're like, hey, we're going to have a closed form factor. You can't, like, adjust or do anything to it at all.
Yeah, I get that. I understand that. That's fine. Anyway.
Beer me!
Yeah, let's beer it up. Next one's going to be a familiar style.
Oh, I thought the can was, like... I thought it was blowing up on the bottom.
No.
Kiwi McSqueezy.
Kiwi McSqueezy. This is from Prairie Artisan. Everyone knows them. They're from Oklahoma. Sour ale with apple, marionberry, and kiwi. This is a 6.5, 12-ounce can. And, Belmont Party Supply. They have plenty in stock. So if we like this, go get some. Although you're about to buy 24 beers, so...
I've said that the last 7 times I've gone to the store. I'm like, I'm gonna buy X amount of dollars because we don't know the cost of them yet. Gently agitate before opening.
Oh, gently agitate?
It says that on...
Agitate would be like vibrate, right? I don't know.
Or like the centerpiece...
Or you just
the centerpiece
annoy it.
In a top load washer is called the agitator.
Yeah. Agitate, yeah. So, or you could just annoy it and be like, stop hitting yourself.
Does Chuggalo Mom still have a top load washer?
I don't know.
I bet she does.
She lives in an apartment building that has shared stuff. We have a top load washing machine, and it's amazing. We had a front load, and then it broke, so we got a new one. It literally will clean so well.
All those dead bodies you've killed.
It's just this
I'm
top load we got
left.
is so good.
I'm going left. You count it.
You want me to go right?
No, I'm going left.
I'm going right.
Okay.
I can't do that. That's hard.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Oh man, opening with your opposite hand is tough.
I'm a professional. Well, they say that you should. I brush my teeth once a week with my other hand.
What? That's so weird.
I was born left-handed though.
Oh, were you?
That's a stat. Yep.
I'm left-handed.
I was. My father thought it was the hand of the devil.
Yeah, a lot of people used to think that.
Taped a pencil in my right hand
It's
until I
actually
learned how
the
to write
better
with my
hand.
right hand.
It's actually the better hand. Your father should have talked to my Sunday school teacher. One day I was, the only left-handed kid in the class, and I don't know who they were, the volunteer that taught that class was like, Jesus was left-handed. And I was like, I believe that.
No,
person.
in the photographs, it's the reverse. So in the photographs of Jesus, it was the reverse. Yeah.
Because he swung the hammer with his left hand. He was a carpenter.
It's reversed.
It's reversed. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But actually, that's so far back that the photos were double negative, so you had to reverse twice. So
a double
it's actually
entendre.
true. It's actually true. The true form. Babe Ruth was left-handed. Ken Griffey Jr. Some of the best athletes ever
Willie
were
Mays?
left-handed. Willie Mays, was he left-handed? I don't know.
Thought he was.
Barry Bonds. Anthony Rizzo, left-handed. All lefties.
Way to sneak him in there.
He's not even a Cub anymore. He's not a Yankee either. But yeah, that's what it is. Willie Mays, what is he? What about Christian Yelich? What's he? Left-handed?
Yep.
Yeah, he is?
Yep.
Oh, boom. Look at that. Also, my son and me are both left-handed.
Willie Mays was a right-hander.
Yeah.
Greatest
Happens.
right-handed home run hitter of all time, it says.
Greatest right-hand home run hitter of all time? I guess so. Aaron Judge might be better at hitting home runs than Willie Mays. I think Willie Mays is a better fielder.
Way to make that argument. Wow.
Well, I mean, I don't want people to get mad at me. I'm not calling him like an overall better player, but was Willie Mays a better home run hitter than Aaron Judge? Let's see at the end. Obviously, had a long career.
That's a long career. Albert Pujols was going to break all the records.
Yeah,
like he was on a tear.
He's gonna get
another
all those
left-handed
Hall of Fame votes from all those same fucking baseball writers who wouldn't give Ken Griffey Jr. unanimous Hall of Fame votes.
The baseball bat seems so small in that. In his hands, just because he's so big.
Oh yeah, just gigantic. It's crazy when you see that. Same thing with Bonds. Like the bat looks tiny.
Here's the funny baseball stat for you. Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame.
Who's the first player who was still an active player when they got entered into the Hall of Fame?
Who was an active player?
Active player.
That got entered,
I know for sure.
Got voted in?
I know for sure there was a special election for this individual. I know for sure they did it.
Lou Gehrig?
Yeah, it was Lou Gehrig.
Makes sense. Nice. Good. I'm glad they did that.
Best first baseman of all time.
Best first baseman. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'll have to think about that.
Defensively? I'm a big Lou Gehrig.
I don't think I've ever seen Lou Gehrig play baseball. I've never seen.
Well, that's because you only started serving.
Maybe hitting
during Bush 1.
Yeah, maybe hitting.
So this was a little bit before your time.
But fielding, I don't think I've ever watched Lou Gehrig field.
I have. I've studied all the film.
I've watched Babe Ruth field because I'm really interested in Babe Ruth and like, a lot of the argument from the non-racists is that maybe he wasn't as good as he was because he didn't face black and minority athletes.
Yeah.
Pitchers in particular. And I think that might be somewhat true. He's still an amazing hitter. He also swung like a 36-ounce bat which is fucking crazy.
I would like to see. So if we're going at time, I don't think they had the Negro League at the time, but were there affluent or capable black players at the time?
Yeah.
And there were?
Yeah.
So then it just becomes a data problem then.
Well, in the 20s, yeah, I mean, I guess it'd be hard to know.
I think it's a little earlier.
It's maybe too
early. Because you can't say, Babe Ruth couldn't hit like a Pedro Martinez or, different times. But for peers of the time.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think Babe Ruth could hit those pitches. Would he be the star of the league? Maybe not.
Yeah.
But I think he's still, good hitters are good hitters. He still had the right swing. He still had the hand-eye coordination. It's just like the movement on the balls now. He's not gonna. He'll be on par. I think he'd be on par with above average players in the league. He would be less valuable.
Yeah.
Because of like metrics, you know how they do sabermetrics. He's not a fast runner. He gets out a lot. I don't think he struck out a lot though. He just popped out a lot.
Yep.
So
he's still a contact.
He's not moving the runners
guy
as much as he should be. But yeah, I mean, he still had over 3,000 hits, I believe. His career batting average is over 300. Like all the arguments people make, he still didn't suck. Like, yeah, he was a fat guy, so that's his only flaw. But look at Barry Bonds towards the end of his career. He was a really large guy. And Ken Griffey Jr. got out of shape at the end of his career.
And that's the thing, like, Lou Gehrig never got 3,000 hits, because whatever. But he played after his diagnosis, and he played effectively. And he was still a career 340-plus hitter.
Yeah, he was good.
So, and consistently.
How are they all Yankees? It's crazy.
Oh yeah,
a
lot
to
be said about money and everything at that time too.
Yeah.
The league was a lot smaller. There wasn't the diaspora of players or talent pool. But anyways, like the Murderers Row 27 or whatever, the historical lineups or whatever. That just
the 27 team is crazy.
Yeah.
But I looked up the greatest team ever just to see what Google would say, and they didn't say the 27 team. What did they say?
The 61 Yankees.
I can't remember what they said. It was a more recent team. It was a post-2000 team. I can't remember which one. I'll look it up later.
The 2001 Mariners that won.
It's possible.
16.
They did have a really good team, but they didn't win the World Series, obviously.
Nope.
They lost in the first round of the playoffs. 117 wins, I think.
116, I thought.
16? What? Close.
Yep. This beer, Apple, by the way, we talk about Blapple. There's apple ciders. Apple typically goes more to cider. My number 2 juice after cranberry juice immediately goes to apple juice. That was my jam before I discovered cranberry juice, and the epiphany happened. This really delivers well in all the realms. Sorry, Stacy. Apple's a ho hum. So what do you go with a Kiwi? Kind of an afterthought when it comes to the beer. But this has got like a delightful texture to it. It's a palate pleaser. Sour, not really.
Yeah. I agree.
More sweetness, which is
though.
fine. Yeah, it's that's where the viscosity, that palate pleaser. I am. Because we were talking so much.
It's all good. Here we are.
There's a little bit of retardation of flavor on the back of the palate, but that's fine because it's really tough for these beers to be a home run throughout, especially when you have such a balance of the fruits going there. And off the top rope, I'm going to give this a 4.25.
Wow. It's a good score. But it's not as good as I thought. Alright, let me start. I'm not spinning too fast. I'm starting so I can go slow this one. Kiwi McSqueezy. Freshness. Alright. Love the name. Great name. Now, let's do the can before I start talking about flavors. This is going to be a good one, actually. We got a apple playing the electric guitar with sunglasses, and what appears to be a winter cap. We have a Kiwi that has headphones.
Is that left-hand guitar player?
It appears to be.
Yeah.
Unless it's double negative.
That's what we call it, a fucking callback.
That's a great observation. I never would have seen it. I actually took guitar lessons in high school, and they would not switch the guitars. So I had to learn right-handed. Like every fucking thing else in my life, I had to learn right-handed. Like the drums, I play right-handed. Did you know that?
Drums aren't...
I fill to the right, whereas a lefty would fill to the left. The snare drum right in front of you, tom's to the left, but with a right-handed set, you go to the right. But I play open, so a lot of drummers will cross over with the rhythm on the hi-hat. I open up. I play rhythm with my left hand. You'll see there's just something off about the way I play, the appearance of how I play, and it's that. It'll be that I'm left-handed playing on a right-handed set.
Preacher's drummer does suck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolution.
It's actually not true. Preacher Drummer has been playing so long. It'd be horrible if he sucked. So there's a DJ, and the DJ is the Kiwi. The Kiwi is actually, unlike the apple and the grapes, or the Marionberry, which it looks like...
What the fuck is a Marionberry?
I don't know. It looks like a blackberry, maybe. The Kiwi is sliced in half, so it's almost as if it's missing the top part of its head and its brain. But it is wearing a cool, like, DJ Jazzy Jeff hat with the bill flipped. That's pretty cool.
Like JT will be wearing on Friday.
I'm gonna get a flip DJ Jazzy Jeff hat. He's also doing DJ stuff, pretty sweet. And then the Marionberry is also wearing a winter cap with sunglasses, triangular sunglasses, and is drumming. But what it appears to have is a hi-hat, open hi-hat, maybe a tom and a snare, or maybe two odd drums that I've not seen before.
I wanted to see if you would call out the drums. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Of course. Nice dark sky. It's nighttime. I'm not sure what's going on at the top of that building.
Wreck-It Ralph. It's the building from Wreck-It Ralph.
Is
they're
it?
going to throw they're going to throw Ralph off the top of the building.
Okay.
I have a question that's related to this.
There's also a Kiwi with a helicopter on its head.
Was your Yeti cooler impounded? Is that why you went with the OG cooler?
Good question. You are very observant sometimes.
That is.
I'm gonna say
that's apt.
Earlier in the episode, there was something that you didn't observe.
No.
And I was like, "Oh, you're very good at planning, but very not observant." But now that you've noticed the Yeti cooler's not there, I think that we could say you're hit or miss.
It was your boner that I missed.
Yeah, you missed the boner. I wish you would have seen it.
I didn't want to plan for that.
It was the can art boner.
I wasn't planning for a boner today.
What was it that you missed? I don't remember.
And JT's memory strikes again.
No, I'm thinking it's too much.
This is going to be great, like 17 years from now, where it's going to be all set. I'm just going to give you the same beer.
I know a lot about...
Same beer every week.
I know something about a lot of things, but I'm only an expert in like one or two
You're
things.
wide, not deep.
I don't know, man.
You're like the water planet. You're like the
know.
water planet that they land on in Interstellar.
Interstellar?
You're a foot deep. But then every once in a while, a big cresting wave.
So
sure. If someone's left-handed drummers, you're like, oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah, I know.
800
I'm
meters
an
deep.
expert in a few things. I'm an expert in drumming. I'm an expert... Not that I'm an expert drummer, but I'm an expert in drumming.
Yep.
I'm an expert in baseball cards.
Yeah. See?
I probably am...
every time that wave comes around
I'm
the
in
planet.
the top probably 80... I'm in like the 80th percentile of probably baseball knowledge.
Yeah.
Not more than that, though. There's people who have just savant level knowledge.
Yeah.
And I'm an expert in data science.
JT, the water planet. JT. I didn't want to say your last name.
And Interstellar. I'm an expert in Interstellar.
They know it's Johnson. JT Johnson.
There's a click track that's going on in the back of that water planet. Every click is a year on Earth.
On the time.
It's only a minute and 10 seconds or something there. Oh no, less than that. I don't know. I'm not an expert in Interstellar.
You went from
but there is a click track on the water planet,
Yeah.
and every click is a year on Earth. So anyway, what were we talking about? Kiwi McSqueezy. So Kiwi. So that's the can opener segment. Closed. Kiwi is to beer. This is an ACT question for you.
Yep.
Actually, it's not a question, it's a solution. Kiwi is to beer as cucumber is to water. In my opinion, Kiwi gives beer a refreshing freshness that, especially when cold, makes the beer appear fresher, more crisp even, and it has a flavor. Obviously, Kiwi has a flavor, but I think that what it does to beer, and it's like in the perception of what that beer tastes like, is more than just the flavor of Kiwi. It's freshness, crispness, things like that. When you try to make Kiwi one of the stars, I think that's when you get a beer like this, where it has like a puree kind of thickness. But it doesn't really come through in the flavor. The flavors that come out in this beer are the apple and something else. And I would guess the something else is the Marionberry, but it's like going to IHOP and getting that like boysenberry. Sir, what the fuck is boysenberry? No one knows.
Love
You're pouring it on
boysenberry.
your fucking pancakes. You're like, I don't know what this flavor is, but it's sweet and it's good. I'll just eat it.
Love boysenberry.
I don't know. No one knows what that flavor is. Marionberry? What is that? Marionberry.
Marionberry was the thrice removed mayor of Washington D.C.
It was the third cousin of Chuck Berry's first cousin.
That's a better joke. Like if you know, like the mayor of
Marion.
D.C., it was Marionberry.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's the one that had
Okay.
the cocaine addiction.
Oh wow! Well, that's interesting.
Yep.
So maybe this Marionberry character should have more cocaine addiction illustrated within its, illustration.
Yep. See, Marionberry.
Marionberry. There he is. That's Chuck Berry's first cousin's third cousin.
Yep. His middle name is Shepelov, which I never knew.
His real name is Shepelov?
His middle name is Shepelov.
His middle name, I think that's his
Died from
last
cardiac
name.
arrest.
Sounds
by
Russian. He was
cocaine
bought and
use.
paid for by the Russians.
FBI busted him for cocaine use. Yep. God,
And he
I
died
am
of
so
it.
good. Even I impress myself.
That's pretty good deep
Marion
pull right
Berry.
there, man. Damn.
Fuck yeah.
Holy shit. Who knew we were going to get to that?
I did. Because I'm a goddamn genius.
I'm a little higher on this beer. Prairie has a similar reputation to other breweries that we talk about, kind of being in their a class of their own. Prairie is an exceptional brewery. Are they in the class of their own yet? Maybe.
You just said 2 sentences ago that
Yeah,
they are.
I think that they're like other breweries in that regard, that we regard them highly, in that they should be in a class of their own. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of talking around it here. Are they, though? What do you think?
I like how random their beers are.
Yeah, I like that, too.
And it's weird that this one comes in a can. This is the first Prairie beer I've had in a can.
Oh, really? Oh,
Typically,
I
they're
think we
bottles.
had cans.
Like they're Oh Fudge. That's like their standard.
I'm a little
Or
higher on
bomb.
this beer than you are. I'm at a 4.5. I think they do a great job because I think the apple makes this beer exceptional.
It highlights the apple.
And if they would have called this Apple McSqueezy, I think we probably both would have had a little bit more positive to say about it.
Kiwi McSqueezy. We like it.
I do like, the alliteration.
Yeah.
But
Sound
I like
alikes.
Apple McSqueezy better. It just tastes like an Apple McSqueezy. Yeah.
Some of the go home thoughts. There's a couple of them. PJs if you want. Advent calendar build this Friday. So this is going to drop here in about 30 minutes because we're getting really good at that.
Mm-hmm.
We've got people that have offered to start editing these. So might
Who
give
wants
them a
to do
shot. Chuggalo Kyle.
You know what would be great is one thing I did was I
Make
wrote-
them into shorts, more
Let me
consumable.
actually, well, here's what I'll say what I did, and here's what you could do if you're better at it. I wrote a Python script that would cut the episodes up into 59-second increments so they could be postable on Instagram.
Yep.
The problem is that when I watch those 59-second clips, they mean nothing.
There's
no,
nothing.
and I think part of it's like, should I just do it for content? And people will be like, "Whoa, I wonder what they're talking about," and they'll go listen. They won't listen.
I used to time my beer reviews. If I wasn't under a minute, I'd be upset with myself.
You know how often I think about that?
Yeah,
I think about it a lot. Like, why did we do
now-
that?
now it's content.
Because it's
Well, we had a
that's
third-
the show.
We had a third,
We did.
a third mouth.
And we had 3 segments that we did.
Yep.
We don't really do
I
that.
still write segment 1, segment 2.
Oh, I'm glad you did that.
I always
Segment 1
hundreds
is
of
important.
books that do this.
We have to establish.
So yes, 480 beers. JT's gonna review them all
I will
the same
review
day.
them all. I'm going to drink all of them the same day
He
and
will
review them.
at least try them.
I'll try each one.
Barrel House Friday, Flying Pizza, koozies, surprises,
People,
underwear.
there should be some underwear there.
People will be wearing underwear. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Sarah,
Nice.
Gus, Matt, Maya, all the Dayton.
Yeah. If you love Dayton,
Word association.
you'll love this place.
Hopefully, I haven't looked at the weather, but we'll be inside for the most part. There's a patio.
There
which
is a
good.
patio. It's very small, but it's there. And the Friday night crowd doesn't even come in while we're there
Nope.
because we're there during the day. So take off work, come to Dayton, go to the Barrel House.
Woo!
That's the Advent calendar build. It's happening. We've been talking about it since July, at least. Be there or be a normal human who just didn't attend it. You know, that's just going to be your status.
Go vote.
Definitely go vote. I already voted. Vote early. Vote often. That's what they say, right?
Yeah. Going to downtown Dayton. Well,
vote early.
that's not
Vote multiple
yeah.
times. Yeah, I don't know how you do that, but that's it. That's episode 303. Go listen to 303. Bye.